back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. His throw, a good one, and it's caught. He's on his way. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hill. Flushed out right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Hill looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Hill. And this is going to be incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Here's Hill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll run on first down. It's Stevens. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Here we go, set.
Sims. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Back to throw, Hill.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. To throw is Hill. He's going to air one out.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Here's Hill. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now Hill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Hill now to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now they run with Sims. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Hill. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Hill steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Here's Carter now on the return.
And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said, take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 6. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Up the middle they go. Tatum. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here we go, set. Track at 60. Seven Pirates.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Shut up. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There's a nice move.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Hill. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Sims.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Back to throw. Hill. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Come 19, 19 tight, 19, Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. Rolling to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Just picking up. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Back to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Niners are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3 scored. Waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. On first down, Stevens. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left.
Oh, he tried to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week one picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
19 Lions.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to